Hello everyone. This is Professor Gautam from Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. I welcome you all for today's session. In this session, I am going to discuss about what is traffic assignment and how it will be useful in an urban transportation planning. In order to understand this, let us have a small diagram on the screen. Okay. Now, let us assume two places are there. Okay, two places are there. This is place number 1 and this is place number 2. Now, in order to go from place number 1 to place number 2, let me name that places first. This is place number 1. I will call it as P1, and this I will call it as P2. Okay, place number 1 and place number 2 are there. I will call first place as place number 1 and I will call second place as place number 2. Now, let me take, in order to travel from place number 1 to place number 2, three roads are available like this. Okay, this is road 1, this is road 2, and this is road number 3. Okay, I repeat, two places are there, place number 1 and place number 2. In order to travel from place number 1 and 2, we are having three roads. This is actually called as road number 1, road number 3, and this is road number 2. Okay, now let us assume P1 as origin. Let us assume P1 as origin point and P2 as destination point. Okay. Also, let us assume total 100 number of trips are starting from place number 1. Now, my question is, out of these 100 number of traffic, how much of traffic will choose R1? Okay, let us use other color to indicate this. Out of 100, how much of vehicles are choosing R1, that is road number 1, to travel from P1 to P2, and how much traffic is using R3 to travel from P1 to P2, and how much traffic is using R2 to travel from P1 and P2. Okay, I repeat, two places are there, place 1 and place 2. To place 1 I will call it as origin and place 2 I will call it as destination. Okay, now in order to reach from place 1 to place 2, there are three routes are available, that is route number 1, route number 3 and route number 2. Now let me assume total 100 number of trips are generating in place number 1. Out of that 100 number of trips, how many trips will from route 1, how many trips will from route 3, and how many routes will from route 2 to reach the destination spot. Okay, now why it is important to assign this 100 traffic to three different routes? That is a question mark. Correct? No? Let me assume out of these 100, 75 number of vehicles are using this road, 20 number of vehicles are using road number 3. So remaining, how much it is? 75 plus 20, 95. 5 number of vehicles are using route number 2. Okay, this is the one case. This is the one case you may consider. 75 number of vehicles using route 1, 20 number of vehicles using route 3, and 5 number of vehicles using route 2. It means what? Route 1 is already congested. Correct? No? Because out of 100 number of vehicles, 75 number of vehicles are already using route number 1. Therefore, straight away we can use that word. Route number 1 is traffic congested route. Okay. Therefore, what we can think of? We can think of what is the deficiency in route number 3 and route number 2. Because If traffic usage is less in route number 3 and route number 2 means definitely there is a deficiency in route number 3 and route number 2. Therefore, you can find out the deficiency in route number 3 and 2, and you can divide this 100 traffic, or you can divert this 100 number of traffic to the other two roads equally, such that all three roads are optimally operated in terms of time. Okay, definitely if 75 vehicles is traveling in route number 1 means either three chances are possible. One is time, probably it will be less, cost may be less, or distance may be less. Correct? No? These three components are very important in urban transportation planning. Generally, vehicles choose their routes based on these three components only. One is time of travel should be less, or cost of travel should be less, or distance should be less. Probably out of these three, any one component or all component may be very feasible in route number 1. That's why all vehicles are diverted to the route number 1 only. Okay, now why we have to find out this? Because you can find out why only 20 number of vehicles are using route number 2, only 5 number of vehicles is using route number 3. Correct? No, 20 number of vehicles route number 3 and 5 number of vehicles is traveling in route number 2. You can find out the deficiency of route number 3 and route number 2. Maybe time of travel will be more because of road is not in a good condition. There may be a number of reason increasing the time. Maybe distance is more. Okay, whatever deficiency you can find out and improvise that road, so that out of this 75, another at least 10 to 20 percentage of the vehicle can use this road number 3 and road number 2, and you can reduce traffic congestion in road number 1, and you can distribute optimally this traffic to all routes, such that all routes can be utilized effectively in terms of time, cost, and distance. That is why it is very much important to know particular road is used by how much traffic. Based on that, you can work out so many other aspects which were involved in urban transportation planning. And this assigning of traffic to different routes. Okay, here I assign no out of 100 traffic, 75 is assigned to route number 1, 20 is assigned to route number 2, and 5 is assigned to route number 3, or 75 to route number 1, 20 to route 3, and 5 to route number 2. This assignment of the traffic to different routes, it is called as traffic assignment. In urban transportation planning, it is very much necessary to find out this data, and this data can be act as base data in the planning of urban road network. Okay guys, I hope all of you understood today's class. We'll meet in the next class with different topics. Thank you.